This is going to be a video to help you do multi-step equations with distribution. The problem I'm going to solve is negative 3 times 4x minus 9 is the same as negative 45. Now whenever I do a two-step equation, I always draw a line down through the equal sign. The reason I do that is because whatever I do on one side of the equation, I'm going to have to do on the other side of the equation also. The first step in doing this problem is I have to do the distributive property on the left side of the equation. To do the distributive property, I start out by making a generic rectangle. Then one of my dimensions of the generic rectangle is going to be what's on the outside of the parentheses. In this case, it's negative 3. The other dimension of the generic rectangle is going to be what's inside of the parentheses. In this case, it's going to be 4x and negative 9. Now to do the distributive property, I'm going to take negative 3 times 4x. On my generic rectangle, that's negative 3 is this dimension and 4x is that dimension. When I do that, I get negative 12x. And then I'm going to take negative 3 times negative 9. In my generic rectangle, this length is negative 3 and this length is negative 9, and my area of that rectangle is going to be 27. So my new equation is going to be 12x plus 27 is the same as negative 45. The next thing I'm going to do is after I've simplified my equation, I'm going to get my x's to one side of the equation and my numbers to the other side of the equation. The way I'm going to do that is by adding 27 to both sides of the equation. After I do that, I notice that I have a zero pair over here. Positive 27 and negative 27 make 0. I'm going to drop the 12x down on the left-hand side of the equation, and then I'm going to combine negative 45 and negative 27 to make negative 72. The last step for this equation is I want to find what 1x is on the left side. The way I get 1x on the left side is by dividing by negative 12, because negative 12 is the coefficient of x. But if I divide the left side by negative 12, I have to divide the right side by negative 12 also. What I'm left with on the left side is just going to be x, which is right here. And that's going to be equal to positive 6, because negative 72 divided by negative 12 is equal to positive 6.